this little blue tit has just taken a load of nesting material out of this hanger thing here. I think it's wool. I got it, like actual sheep's wool. I got it sent to me with some bird food. So she's teasing it apart to get a smaller piece, and she has been nesting in my bird box up there, and I've just been loving watching the birds come and go. They sit in the tree, and it takes them ages to actually go in the box though. They're just so cautious. But I have caught them going in the box with a mouthful of nesting materials, and oh, it's just made my day that I've got birds in my box. I'm so happy. We seem to have had some rain overnight, but the garden is just looking so full, and the woods, these are woods over the back of my fence, but the garden just looks so full and lush, and things are starting to flower. I think these I'm sure they're Livingston daisies. I think they're going to flower soon. They've got heads on them. That purple thing in that tub is starting to flower. I've got an azalea over here that's got buds on it. So everything's coming. And my wee birdie is still sitting in the tree there, teasing away at that wool. That's me just straightened my hair today. I do try and leave it as often as I can. It does go quite curly, but it's a bit messy. But if I try and tame the curls, sometimes it doesn't look too bad. So sometimes you'll see me on here looking a little bit wild, and sometimes you'll see me looking a little bit more presentable. It's getting quite long, and I would like to grow it again. I've always had really long hair, but every now and then I get it cut short, and I've had it cut like up here the past few times I've had it cut, but I'm going to leave it now and not get it cut for quite some time, I think, and let it get long again, because I love having long hair for the summer. I love being able to let it dry outside and then just get nice beachy waves to it, but I do also like being able to straighten it, although straightening it is terrible for the condition of my hair. I'm going to head out shortly. I'm going to pop along to Aldi, who have got a special buy thing in today, and it's makeup. They've got some tinted moisturiser which I'd like to try. I do tend to use tinted moisturiser now rather than foundation, because I can get away with it. Once upon a time I had really terrible skin and would have to wear really thick foundation all the time, so I'm really grateful that I don't have to do it anymore. Even up until I was an adult, I had really bad skin, so the fact that it's not too bad now, I mean, it's okay now actually, it's fine, I can't complain. I think it's a combination of my hormones sort of evening out maybe, and better diet and being more aware of what I eat, I think. Yes, I'm going to head out. I think I'm going to make some energy balls this afternoon, definitely fancying something along the lines of chocolate peanut butter type of flavours, so I think we'll do that. I've been doing a little bit of crochet, so I'll maybe chat to you about that later on as well. And I always get asked about what I'm wearing and did I make it. Nope, didn't make it. I haven't actually made a garment yet, so nothing that I'm wearing will be homemade. This is from Gap from years ago. Don't even think we have Gap anymore. Right, I'm going to head off and I'll catch up with you again in a little bit.
I lose my breath whenever I see you. You stole my heart, what is it that you do? My life was great till you added colors. Like the moon needs the sun, we don't care about the others. You set my world on fire. You're my heart's desire. I just wanna love you, just wanna hold you, just wanna be with you till we grow old. Please tell me you'll stay or take me away. I want you for myself every single day. You set my world on fire. You set my world on fire. I don't know what I'd do without you. You make me smile, what is it that you do? My life was great till you added.
I'm just having a wee potter about in the garden. I've just potted on the brachyscone because I forgot to do it yesterday, and I just wanted to show you this that I bought. It's an origeron, which is like a little daisy type of flower, but it's a perennial, so it will come back every year, and I've been wanting one, and I found this in Morrison's and it was £1.25, which is an absolute bargain, especially for something that will come back year after year. I saw a tip on Instagram and she said if you buy one of these, take cuttings and stick them in water, they'll root and you'll get more plants. So I'm going to do that. A couple of the stems were already broken, and this was the last one there, so I think with the broken ones I'll maybe take those off and try and see if they'll root, just so that they're not going to waste. But I'll take some of these really long healthy stems and see if I can root them. I'll have to cut the flowers off though, unfortunately, because the plant will want to put all its energy into the flowers and I don't want that if I want it to root. So I'll choose my stems wisely, but I'm really happy to have got that today, and I need to find a nice pot to put it in for the garden.
Lost again, going back around, dreaming of a time when I get things right. Lost in the shadows of a million stars. Shouldn't they enlighten my near and far? Shouldn't they at all just tell me where you are? Send a prayer if I'm out of luck. Send a little love and I'll make it back. Send me a letter and a bottle of wine.
I've got this little jar on my kitchen windowsill and I keep in it just some little cuttings that I'm trying to get to root. So I took a few cuttings from the pelargonium that's on my kitchen windowsill, this beautiful one, and I did that maybe 3 weeks ago or so. There's absolutely nothing happening with this one, so I'm just going to keep it in there, see if anything happens, although I'm a bit dubious that it is going to happen now. However, this one rooted within a couple of days, and it rooted from way up here and also down at the bottom, so I think I'm going to pop that in some soil today. There's a flower bud trying to form there, so I'm going to take that off because we don't want all the energy going there, and I'll get free plants and they can go out in the garden in the summer. They don't survive here in the winter though, outdoors. So the one on my windowsill flowers all year round on my kitchen windowsill. This is from my string of hearts. I'm desperately trying to get some new plants from that, so I've popped that in. There's a tiny bit of root on the end there, I think. I don't know if you're going to get to see that very easily. This camera does not focus well. Yeah, tiny bit of root coming on that, so I'll leave that one. It's a bit awkward to balance them in there. I've got another one there that has got a better bit of root there, so we'll leave that to get a bit more. And of course you want the roots sitting in the water. And I took this bit broke off my clematis, so I've stuck it in the water. It's not doing anything, but it hasn't died, so that's a good sign. It's growing. So I'll keep that in, see if it wants to root. And then I've got my little Origian cuttings, peeled off all the leaves from the bottom because we don't want them sitting in water. And I'm just going to pop them all in here and check back through the week and see if anything's happening. The cutting, it was a bit warm in the greenhouse, so I think some of the cuttings are starting to wilt a bit, so I might have to do some more some other time, but for now we'll see how these got on. It'll give me an idea of how easy they are to root if I do these, and we'll see. We'll look back in a week or two. Well, I'll be looking every day, but I'll show you in a week or two if anything's happening. I need to cut off the little flower buds there. I've just noticed I haven't done that. So that's just going to sit on my kitchen windowsill, and I'm going to pop that one in some soil, and I think that might be okay to go out in the greenhouse now. I'll chance it.
Halfway hard, halfway hard. Sing to me if I lose my voice. Set a better route if I lose my course. Count on my company and I will come. Save me when I am falling. Save me when I am falling. Save my love when I fall. Baby, I'm stuck with a halfway heart. Slip away if I come too far.
I dug out all my crochet stuff this morning. I found my crochet hooks, so I've got all the hook sizes that I need, and I had a play. I tried another pattern, didn't look right. I think I'm a very tight crocheter, so what I don't really like is gapey patterns, but the patterns I was looking up, it turns out most American cotton yarn seems to be worsted weight, which is what we call Aran weight. So I've only got DK, which isn't the thickest. It's not even as thick as a DK, like acrylic or something. So I tried a couple of things. I'm going to turn the camera around just now. That's a bit better. So yeah, I've got the wool that seems a bit thin. So I went up a hook size, went down a hook size. Didn't like it. I then had the brainwave to do 2 strands together and use a bigger needle so that it would get thicker texture. I wasn't keen on that either. So I thought I'm just going to stop trying to look up patterns that I'm not liking. And I'm going to face facts, I haven't got the yarn that is used in the patterns that I'm looking at anyway, so I'm not going to get the same look, I'm not going to get the same fabric overall. So I've just decided to crochet with a half treble. I think that's a half, is that what's a half double in America maybe? You'd have to look up the different name because we use different terms to America. And I'm just going to do a simple cloth. I just want to sit and make something basically. So I'm just going to do a simple back and forwards cloth. It's a bit gapey, but I think once I've washed this and used it a few times, it'll sort of tighten up a bit. I have another one that I made years and years and years ago, and it's just double crochet. Americans, you'd call that single crochet. So it's a very tight weave and it's a very dense cloth. And I think that's been washed obviously lots and lots of times, so I think that's helped. So I'm just going to do it stripy, colour blocks, whatever I want. And I am definitely going to be adding a frilly edge around it because it's just going to make it beautiful, isn't it? And I think with it being a bit thinner as well, what I would normally do with cloths anyway, you end up folding them over to use them, don't you? So I'm not going to worry too much about that at the moment. I might investigate getting some of the Aran weight cotton just to see how that works up, because I think I really would prefer that, and I think that's what I've got in mind. I've knitted dishcloths before, I think, have I? Yeah, I've done, there's a colour block one, a free pattern on Pearl Soho. I really like that one. Again, I think I went down needle sizes for knitting as well so that it was a bit tighter. I don't actually use it as a dishcloth, I use it under plant pots. I think it's really nice to use them as little mats, because I have been given a few as gifts as well and I always use them for mats. I think they might be in the sewing room actually. And I've knitted some of Jules' So Sweet Violets. God, it's just, I had it in my head there, I've forgotten what it's called. What's it called? Her dishcloth. I've forgotten what it's called. And that of course is double because you're knitting it, it's basically like a tube, you knit that, so that's a bit denser as well. But yeah, I explained yesterday that I quite fancied a crochet project. This is really pink, it looks a little bit peachier on the screen. But yeah, I just want to make something, so I'll have a go, see what it turns out like. If I don't like it, it's only going to get used for cleaning, wiping up the table and stuff. So yeah, there we go. I've just spent a really, really lovely maybe hour and a half pottering about in the garden. I love pottering about in the garden. It's one of my favourite things to do. As long as it's dry, I mean, I don't mind, I'll go out in the rain, I don't mind, but as long as it's dry, oh, it's just great. There were so many little itty bitty jobs. There's always jobs, and I love that. I've always got something to do, so I'm not bored, I'm not sitting about feeling like I should be doing something. So I moved a few plants that had spread, put a couple in the front garden as well, dotted some about the back, potted more stuff on, potted up my new Aringeron, which looks lovely. I found an old sort of a bit crumbly terracotta pot, but I think that's going to be beautiful. Imagine that this summer with the flowers tumbling out of it. So excited for that. And it was a bargain. Morrison's does really good plants at really good prices. I've always gone there in the summer, in the spring. I've got a lot of their bedding plants in the past as well, but I'm not even looking at them this year, so I'm not looking to buy those. Aldi didn't have what I was looking for at all, so that was a bit of a wasted trip. But yeah, it's, what time is it? 4:15. I'm going to get this vlog edited and I'm going to try and get an earlier dinner. I said that last night, it wasn't very early. I've got a very nice day for you tomorrow. I feel like, am I squint? You're very squint. Yeah, I've got a really nice day out for us tomorrow. I am hoping the weather stays dry. I'm not quite sure that it's going to, but I'm really looking forward to it, and I hope it's going to be a really beautiful vlog. So join me tomorrow and you'll see what we're up to. Thank you for watching, and thanks again to everyone who's leaving me comments. It's really nice to get them, and I'll see you tomorrow.